Are you looking for the best Android phones? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best Android phones on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Google Pixel 8 Pro Android phones. Google's Pixel 8 Pro has shaken up the smartphone world with AI integration that revolutionizes photo editing. Its triple camera system offers impressive day and night shooting with a 50MP main sensor, 48MP telephoto sensor, and 48MP ultra-wide sensor. AI changes the game with tools like the Magic Editor, allowing you to click and move objects at will, increase or decrease their size, and add infinite effects. The Audio Magic Eraser separates the sounds from your videos into different layers, so you can remove the sound of the dog barking in the background or increase voice volume. At the heart of the Pixel 8 Pro is Google's latest Tensor G3 chip with 12GB of RAM and up to 1TB of storage for a smooth and fluid experience. The 6.7-inch Super Actual OLED is super bright at 2400 nits and fast with a 120Hz refresh rate. With conservative use, you should get a full day from the 5050 mAh, which supports wireless and fast charging. Everything is wrapped up in a bay, obsidian, or porcelain housing with the trademark camera bar at the back, which now includes a temperature sensor. Google claims it will support the Pixel 8 Pro with 7 years of security updates, but the benefits are questionable because most people will upgrade sooner. Number 2. Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. Samsung's flagship S24 Ultra raises the performance bar with a top-of-the-range Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor and 12GB of RAM that can handle the most demanding apps and multitasking. Space varies between 256GB, 500GB, and 1TB, so you can get one that best suits your needs and budget. Innovative AI tools like Circle to Search, Photo Assist, Live Translate, and Note Assist make the S24 Ultra stand out from its rivals and do wonders to improve functionality and usability. The 6.39x 3.11x 0.34-inch titanium housing is another new feature to keep the weight manageable at 18.18 ounces, and it includes a handy slot for the included S Pen stylus. Everything is displayed on a stunning 6.8-inch touchscreen with Corning Gorilla Armor for protection against bumps and drops. It's impossible to discuss the S24 Ultra without mentioning its stellar battery life, which should last almost 2 days with moderate use. Number 3. OnePlus 12R. The OnePlus 12R proves that great phones don't need to cost a fortune, and offers decent performance and camera abilities for around half the price of the Samsung S4 Ultra. It's powered by last year's flagship Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor with 16GB of RAM, which might seem dated on paper but delivers fantastic performance and a smooth user experience in the real world. This model is only available with 256GB of storage, which should be enough for most users and is expected at this price point. Build quality is comparable to its premium rivals, with a sturdy 6.43x 2.96x 0.35-inch aluminum body weighing 7.03 ounces and a 120Hz 6.78-inch display with Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2 protection. The 5500 mAh battery should last around a day, and you can get it back up again in no time with fast 100W wired charging. Photo and video quality is decent from the 50MP main, 8MP ultra-wide, and 2MP macro lenses, but pros will probably need something more powerful, especially for night shots. Number 4. OnePlus Open. OnePlus's Open knocks it out of the park with a sleek and modern design that solves many of the inherent drawbacks of foldables with its practical design. The tough hinge has a satisfying click when it opens and closes with no gap between the two halves and an almost invisible crease that's barely noticeable compared to the competition. It's also super slim at 6.04 by 2.89 by 0.46 inches when closed and 6.04 by 5.63 by 0.23 inches when opened, and the 8.43 ounce weight is acceptable considering what it can do. The 6.2-inch, 2484 by 1116 AMOLED outer display can handle most tasks, but the star of the show is the main 7.82-inch, 2440 by 2268 display with an outstanding 2600 nits of peak brightness that changes the multitasking game with its handy size. The OnePlus Open Canvas software makes the massive screen real estate even bigger because it allows you to drag apps on and off the display and lay multiple windows together in vertical or horizontal orientations. Number 5. Asus ROG Phone 8 Pro. Gamers looking for high performance and the fastest display can check out the Asus ROG Phone 8 Pro. It can easily handle any title with the powerful Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 and 16GB of RAM, and you can upgrade it to the 24GB model if you need more oomph. The 512GB of internal storage is about standard and should suffice for most gamers and those with big media libraries. Graphics performance is second to none, with a 6.78-inch display offering a blistering 165Hz refresh rate and a superb 2500 nits of brightness. Older gaming phones weren't taken seriously by regular buyers because of their many drawbacks, and the Asus ROG Phone 8 Pro feels like a step forward because it adds a decent camera, wireless charging, and other comfort features. It sets the bar for gaming performance, but it still feels like a specialist choice, considering it costs a bit much for regular users who won't appreciate its capabilities. Number 6. Google Pixel 7a. You can't go wrong with Google's Pixel 7a if you're in the market for an affordable phone because its Tensor G2 chipset and 8GB of RAM are fast enough for most tasks and deliver smooth enough performance for most users. The 128GB of internal isn't the biggest, but it aligns with the pricing and should be fine for most buyers. Design-wise, the Pixel 7a has a compact 5.98x 2.87x 0.35-inch aluminum body with a natural feel and rounded edges housing a 90Hz 6.1-inch OLED display rate. Like all Google phones, it impresses in the photography department, boasting a 64MP main, 13MP ultra-wide, and 13MP selfie lens with Magic Eraser and other nifty software tools to enhance your shots.